Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Hey, good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center, and weather beginning to be the topic of conversation now. You all know now the low pressure area is southwest of Panama City. We know it's going to have a lot of rain and a lot of wind. And hurricane hunters going in today. The one thing about it is going to be sort of a lingering kind of low pressure area. You see those spaghetti strands, and they go all over the place. A couple of them loop back this way, and it's crazy right now. I think what we will get now offshore have some winds coming in, so we know that. And there's a band of showers right now offshore, so we may get some of that. Just keep an eye to it. It's going to be around for a couple of days, 50 to 60% chance of rain. Don't let it hamper your outdoor activities if you can. Just be aware of what's going on, and we'll talk more about it as time goes on. In fact, I don't know, Jeff, can we get this on? We're actually high tech. I don't know, Jeff, we can do it or not. I just flipped it off. We're high tech here on Panhandle Outdoors, especially coming to you live, and we're going to show you where those storms are offshore. The temperature right now in Panama City is 76 degrees and 77 up in Mariana. And if let's take a look at this. There he goes. All right, this is live coming in on my phone. There's Panama City. Those storms are all along the coastline, and they're moving sort of northwest there. So be aware of that. Right offshore, I saw the lightning when I got up this morning. So thank you, Jeff. We're to go high tech with this. Anyway, let's look at the sea's going to be 2 to 4. And that's probably going to be the smallest seas that we'll have next couple of days. It's going to be a little choppy on protected waters. That wind will be coming out of our southwest. Okay, so be aware of that. You can still fish the bays and the lakes and all, but be aware of where it's coming from. The Carl Vernon Marine Construction tide chart. Now we want to be aware of the tides, and keep in mind again that storm is going to be blowing the water up here a lot. So there'll be, when the tide's coming in, it's going to be coming in stronger. It's not going to go out as fast because of that strong wind we're having. Okay, the low tide is this morning, September 1st. It's hard to believe, isn't it? 8:46 a.m. is a low tide this morning. It's coming in. It's going to keep coming in until after midnight tonight. Then tomorrow, you have some strong tides on Friday and Saturday also, and all next week. So got an incoming tide all day today with that wind behind it. It'll be moving in pretty fast. Okay. That takes care of our weather. We're going to take our first break and be right back.
Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership. Built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
Flag with Professional Fiberglass and Marine Service. We offer all types of boat repair, fiberglass work, bottom painting, detailing, buffing. If your gel coat's looking dull, we can get that boat looking good for you again. We also offer a pickup and delivery service, and we have trailers that you can use if we are going to work on your boat, and we can come and get your boat for you. We can be reached at 850-960-9054, or you can reach us on the web at profiberglassmarine.com.
Your vision is precious. If an emergency arises, you don't want to be sitting in a hospital waiting room. Accidents and injuries can happen outside of your workday. That's why our team of physicians provide emergency eye care to our patients anytime, day or night. You can count on your local experts in eye care to be there for you whenever you need us. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJ's Marine. You're authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJ's Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJ's Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
Welcome back. So glad you're with us this morning. The Fish and Wildlife Commission is always good about sending us notices for these hunter safety courses. I always feel it's very important that we talk about them and let the folks know when we're doing it. The next one's going to be here in Panama City actually going to be at the Gulf Coast at the Student Union Building. It's going to be September the 6th, 8th, and the 20th and 23rd. That's like a Tuesday, Thursday. And then the range portion will be on September the 24th. Go and put that on the calendar. And the night meetings are from 6 to 9, and the range will be from 7 to 11. Now, if you want to take part of it on the internet, you can do that, and then just go to that one meeting on September the 6th, that first night, and then just show up for the range. And to me, that would be the best way to do it instead of having them come back and forth. And so hook them up with that, okay? That's a hunter safety course with the FWC here in Bay County, and they have them all over. And okay, now Scott Lindsay sent me this picture the other night. This is out in Venice, Louisiana, folks. We had to double check this because I thought it might have been a Photoshop or something put together. We double checked it. It's legitimate. These are redfish up under a bridge, like I said, out in Venice, Louisiana. They're chasing mullet. Isn't that an amazing picture there? Just swarms of them in there. And that's what happened when they're feeding in there, and they love those small mullets. So use that as a bait and all. I'd mentioned yesterday about I had mowed my yard or something, how dry it was, and we needed some rain. And I mentioned that I don't mow on weekends. Weekends to me are sort of sacred for the outdoors and family stuff and all. And mowing does. Years ago, I decided just not mowing on weekends. I know a lot of y'all do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just personally don't do it. And I don't get up on Saturday morning watch TV or something. I want to get up and do something in the outdoors. And somebody was mentioning that, talking to me at work about that yesterday, and they said, that makes a lot of sense. And if you stop and think about it, if you can squeeze in mowing when you get in from work or something just for an hour or two and get it over with, then that frees up your weekend. I can remember my dad always looked forward. He worked really hard Monday through Friday, but man, he really, on weekends, he really looked forward to getting outdoors and doing some stuff. So that's what I was talking about. So let's go on our tip of the day. I was thinking about this past weekend. And the tip of the day is just be aware and educate yourself on chumming for fish. And if you can do freshwater, saltwater, and I go back again to my young days fishing with my dad on freshwater. His way of chumming would be get up in the springtime a willow tree or something, shake the limbs, and all those bugs fall down. And I can still remember seeing him do that. Or if he had any dead catawba worms or dead red worms or earthworms, he always threw them in the water. And where we were anchored, he said it would get the fish excited. And so fresh water, you can do a lot of chumming off the dock in a bay or at one of your favorite spots. You can put dog food in a mesh bag and just throw it out and keep just resupplying that for a couple of days. And I guarantee you'll have mullet all over the place. I've done it off my dock, and the smaller fish always attracts the larger fish. Fish scraps and all. I know a lot of people actually have these grinders. Steve Petty, a good friend that I fished with this past weekend. Steve has actually one of these leaf. When we put all your trash in outside and chum it, and he puts chum in there, puts his fish in there, and it grinds it up, and then it freezes it. His trash fish and all that, bonita and all, and we use that for chum. So all kind of ways. Out in the Gulf, the big secret that a lot of people know now. And that's how we won the caribou tournament. We were able to just get that chum going, had a good chum slick. The best thing you can use is menhaden out in the Gulf, and that's why it is so popular. Actually, now you can buy it in blocks. You can go, I know Blue Water Outrigger has some nice, just big old blocks of chum, and it's menhaden oil. And that oil, you can see it's actually an oil slick. And it just goes, and it can, if you're trolling, you can follow your slick and come back around to it and be a mile away. You'll still have an oil slick there. So learn how to chum a little bit. Now, if you're just catching and releasing, it's not that big a deal. But if you have some, and I do this, you have some kids with you, or some family members, or some friends, or you really just want to catch some fish, and maybe you want to catch some fish to eat or something, chumming is really important. But if you're just catching, releasing, and using top water plugs and all, and I do it both ways, and I enjoy doing it both ways. So just be aware. The tip of the day is learn how to chum and practice chumming, and try to keep as much of it can natural, whether in fresh water or in salt water. I guarantee you, you will have some results with that. Okay? Let's take our next break, and we'll be right back.
Come on down to Blue Water Outrigger, where you'll always find friendly service, fresh and saltwater fishing rods, top of the line men's and women's apparel. Don't forget to pick up your live baits and let us help you with all your outdoor needs. Check out our wide selection of top quality reels and hunting necessities and everything in between. Come see us or order online. We'll be waiting for you right next door to Piggly Wiggly, Port St. Joe.
Sunset Coastal Grill, located in the heart of beautiful Port St. Joe, was established in 2002 by Patty and Dewey Blaylock as a family-owned coastal restaurant. In Port St. Joe, we meet at Sunset. Sunset's open for lunch and dinner every day of the week. Fresh seafood's brought in daily and served in a variety of traditional and creative ways. Try our award-winning gumbos. Steaks are grilled simple and perfect over an open flame grill. Our homemade soups, sauces, and salad dressings are so popular, we sell them retail. And don't forget, see the sunset at Sunset.
Captain's Cove Marina, designed with fishermen in mind. Easy access to the best fishing along Florida's Forgotten Coast. Deep sea fishing, fly fishing from a kayak, cruising endless miles of bayous, bays, and the intercoastal waterway. Count on the captain's crew to work hard to make your day on the water the best ever. Captain's Cove Marina, 1617 Grouper Avenue, Port St. Joe, 850-227-3357.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed, they build dairy feed, they make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm, look at the Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want over to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
Welcome back. I was talking earlier, and I'll keep an eye on the weather. We're going to get about 60% chance today, so be aware of that. And also, big low pressure area. So just to stay, if you're going out on a boat now, don't get too far away from land. Okay. Speaking of boating and all, our own Mayor Greg Brudnicki. I love to see our elected officials out fishing. Look at this nice redfish that Greg caught this past weekend. Fishing with our buddy Bill Allen. They fish together a lot, and Greg likes to fish a lot of top water, and he'll go out. I know. I wish it was part of the oath they take when they take the oath of office. I also would participate in outdoor activities at least once or twice a week, and I think I think our elected officials will be a lot more aware of things going around. I'm really glad to see Greg do that. Talked to Maria Abrams. I talked to her. We emailed back and forth, and we're getting ready for the giveaway tomorrow on Tarpon Dock Seafood. And she said, Coach, let's give this away this weekend. Now, here's what we're giving away. Now, this is just a picture of what they have in the counter here, but what we're giving away, what Tarpon Dock is giving away on Panhandle Outdoors, will be 3 prizes tomorrow. First prize is going to be 4 crab cakes, then a $20 gift certificate, the second prize, and the third prize will be the jalapeno smoked tuna dip. That is good, along with also some Cajun tuna dip. Jeff by there shaking his head. Jeff wants me to pull his name. I emailed her back and said, can I put my name in there too? That's some great things. We do that every Friday, just sort of like a viewer appreciation, and Tarpon Dock is such, they're just conscientious of giving back to the community, and I'm conscientious of helping our viewers, and we just appreciate this. So it's going to be a good day tomorrow. If you haven't sent your name in now, you can email it to me. Jeff, I guess I might need to put it up again. We'll put it up on a regular basis. I had somebody call me. If you want to just call me and we put your name in there, sometimes the guy said he couldn't get on the computer and didn't know how to email and couldn't get a stamp. We put his name in anyway. It's winstonchester5@gmail.com. If you want to mail it to me, my address is 6726 Topher Boulevard, Southport, 32409. We're giving stuff away every Friday, plus we'll be getting ready soon for our big fall sweepstakes, and we'll be talking about that more, and we'll be all drawing from the same hat. Okay? Now, let me intro this video. Got a little 5-minute video on our fishing trip Saturday. We were not quite as successful as we were on the last King Mackerel trip. It was rough. It was 6-foot seas, and we caught some fish and had a good time, but it was a rough day out here with Steve Petty. So, Tom, let's go ahead and run this. brought some live bait we got out here now, and getting ready to get started. And it's rocking and rolling. There's always rocking and rolling with me and Steve. Caught all this live bait over by the buoy. It's good. Now you see how we're hooking them up right here in the upper part of the lip.
Stinger hook in the back.
Steve, we seem to always go in rough water. What?
Yep. They could be calling for 1 to 2s, and if they find out we're going fishing, they'll change the forecast. Just for us, we fish.
All right. First fish on. Let's do it. Woo. Wow, that would take a long run. That's first hit of the day. We're gonna let Rob handle him. He paid the boat. We gotta get others in. I'm gonna shut off him. I ain't showing up yet. How's it feeling now, buddy?
Feeling pretty good.
Might be bigger than those bass?
A little bit.
Oh, you're doing good now. You're doing good. Just won't force it.
It's acting like a decent fish. You know, it's kind of acting like a shark or cove, Joe. But you were cut off like a king there.
There it is. There it is.
It's a little king.
There's like a king.
Might be hooked in the back is why it's giving us such a fit.
That's it. Yeah. All right. There's his other run.
There she goes. Should we gaff her?
Yeah, I would. I want to make sure we get that first one in the boat.
Well, maybe not.
Whoa!
In the motor. In the motor. Come back here. No,
He lost. Ah, Steve rigging up a ribbon fish rig.
Ribbon fish rig.
Got like a jig head at the top.
Jig head you put through his chin, hold him steady, and then you got he's long, skinny like an eel, so you run these treble hooks down his body. And I put a little Pearl Baby duster halfway underneath him. It's just something different. It may work, it may not, but we just lost a nice, it was a decent fish. Got up in the motors, and he was on a Pearl Baby, so
yep, right
Pearl
there.
Baby duster. And that's the one duster I use. If I'm using a duster, I've always got Pearl Babies out there, and they've won me some money. Won some nice money last year on a Pearl Baby. So we're going to get this old ribbon fish out. We're going to go through this area again. If we pick up another king, we're going to set up and start chumming and put the kites out. Did you forget to set that clicker? That's ribbon fish, and I'm going to tell you something. Those teeth will get you. Dead ribbon fish cuts me every kingfish trip. These are kind of smaller than I like to have, but it's what we got to work with, so that's what we're going to run with. I'm going to put this duster right under his belly.
Of course, you can see why they call ribbon fish.
Yep. All my skin.
This is usually one of the hottest rigs on the SKA circuit.
Kings are notorious for biting short, so
All
we'll
right.
see how he swims.
Let's take a look at it. Oh man, that looks like a, if I was a king, I'd jump on that. Looks like a dessert. Little Spanish.
Yep, Spanish.
Yeah, I like it, didn't it? All right, there you go. Nice one.
Put him in that front box.
Yeah, nice Spanish. Steve's hooked up, rocking and rolling. Dave.
Tired, yeah.
That was, we fought him about 37 seconds. I mean,
17-pound test.
Fought him 37 minutes.
And he's the load.
17-pound test line.
Yep.
That's some great knots you had tied.
Yep.
All right, good job.
It's Kubota Summertime Deal Days at Soul Tractor, and finance offers are heating up.
Right now, we have long-term finance rates for qualified buyers. We have the deals you've been waiting for on new Kubota RTV Work or Play.
Come take a look at the new Kubota RTV Work Play utility vehicles today.
Hurry to Soul Tractor's Kubota Summertime Deal Days and get your best deal on a new Kubota today while the sun shines.
For 26 years, Mills Heating and Air has been serving the Emerald Coast from Navarre Beach to Bay County, Crestview to Deputiac Springs with residential and commercial accounts. 7 days a week, we provide quality service and installation, in-home evaluations, air quality, and duct cleaning. We offer free estimates, convenient financing, and preventative maintenance agreements.
For lower bills, call Mills 234-8177.
Your Panhandle carrier dealer.
Sunrise to sunset. A walk through nature takes you on a journey of Florida's Emerald Coast. You'll encounter the wildlife, birds, lighthouses, indigenous to the beautiful land and seascapes of Florida. Set to the sounds of nature and enhanced with easy listening music. Only $14.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. NatureWalkDVD.com or send check or money order to the address on the screen. A walk through nature. Visually stunning.
The greatest investment we can all make is in the lives of our children and grandchildren.
To help you invest for retirement, handle your IRA rollover, protect your family with life or long-term care insurance, call my dad for an appointment at his new office on Wilson Avenue behind Lowe's. And he'll give you a copy of his most recent book, 7 Steps to Serious Money. For free! Walter Woodrick, your Serious Money Advisor!
All right, welcome back. You see it was rough out there, and we did catch some fish, and we caught some others I didn't film, but it was just so rough I didn't get to film as much, and of course my editor always does a good job getting out all that shaky stuff and all. But we caught our own bait and everything, and had a good day. It was just rough fishing, so looking forward to our next trip together. Let's look at Express Lane Fishing Game Forecast. Our time for today, we're looking at 3:23 this morning and 5:23. That just ended. But this afternoon, you're looking at 3:51 to 5:51. That's some good afternoon times right there. I want to take this time. I was thinking about this the other day. I just wanted to pause for a second. I wanted to thank you, my viewers. I appreciate you viewing the show. Appreciate you inviting me into your home every morning like this. I get so much feedback, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate you supporting our sponsors. And I get the sponsors telling me. Just had one the other day said that somebody came in and watched the show and bought a whole system from them. So I appreciate that, and we're going to work hard every day to try to bring you something fresh and exciting. So much going on in the outdoors. We're going to try to keep you informed, but I want it to be said out loud how much I appreciate you viewing the show. You know, Labor Day's coming up, and technically Labor Day goes from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and I was thinking I started looking at some of my pictures. I've had one of the best summers, if not the best summer catching fish that I've ever had. And I just wanted to recap it really quick. I started off right after Labor Day. We started off, went down to Boca Grande. I'm going to show you just a quick recap of some of my summer fishing. And you've probably seen this picture a couple of times. I know you have. You've been watching the show. But this is just some of the things we've done. That was a big old tarpon I caught that first Monday of June. And that was exciting. That was a 185-pound tarpon I caught. And just in between these trips, that started the summer off right there. And then, as you know, the red snapper was just phenomenal this summer. And this was about the average size of the red snapper. I went on, I know, 5 or 6 different boats snapper fishing. It had this kind of result every time we went. So that was all throughout the summer. And then, of course, what we just talked about, our big king mackerel there, team number 11. I chose that. That was my basketball number in high school. That's my lucky number there. And that's why I chose. They gave me the choice of my boat number since I was one of the first ones to register. And we caught that. And for the Leukemia Research Foundation, great group of guys out of Valdosta. And that sort of ended my summer. Now, in between the red snapper trips, had some great scalloping trips, just, you know, all kinds of stuff going on. Able to go floundering a couple of nights. It's just been a great summer in the Panhandle, and I've been very fortunate and very blessed this summer. And I'm looking forward to starting early fall fishing now. And technically, I think fall starts September 23rd. But still, you know, right now, next couple of weeks, it's still going to be pretty warm. Remember now, scallop season is going to extend. It's a good thing too. It's going to extend 2 more weeks after Labor Day. So, you know, some of us may be washed out on Saturday or Monday, or if you go on Sunday, we just got to keep an eye on the weather. Just be aware of that. The big thing to watch, I was looking at some of my notes from last year. The big thing to keep an eye on now in the fall is when that temperature first starts dropping down, okay? Because that is when the fish start moving. I want to, Jeff, we might can get on there. I want to talk a second about the Panhandle Slam. If you're out in the fall, it's an excellent time to do this. If you can catch a redfish, a trout, and a flounder, that's called a Panhandle Slam. And if you get us a picture of that, that's something to be really proud of. It doesn't happen very often, but you sort of have to go out and change your fishing methods if you're catching redfish. Sometimes redfish and trout can be caught a lot of times the same way, but flounder is going to be that bottom feeder. You got to change your technique, so you almost have to intentionally go out for the weekend. So I'm going to try to catch all 3 of these days. It's a challenge. It's a lot of fun, especially doing it like in one area instead of moving around 30 miles to go somewhere else. But if you can just go on one fishing trip and catch it, that's called a Panhandle Slam. So that's something to look at as a self-challenge you can be looking forward to. So be thinking about that. And if tomorrow, I'm going to show a picture tomorrow of the biggest flounder I have seen this summer. It is a whopper. I'm going to tell you where the guy caught it. He emailed it to me last night. It's just a huge flounder, and he and his buddy were able to go. They hadn't been floundering in 10 years and decided to go, and they really nailed them. So we're going to watch this picture tomorrow. We're going to give away we're going to have a guest on. We're going to give away our Tarpon Rock seafood and have our famous Friday fishing forecast. So you keep watching, and meanwhile today, you really go out there and do something good for somebody. Keep an umbrella with you. Do something outdoors. God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.